And I have to say, I've given my wife a little mention. I know that, like, she gets mentioned in this show a lot. But I cannot reassure you enough that we are very, very much in love. She is as happy as a pig in shit with me. She is. I can show you the Barclaycard statements if you really need to see how cheerful it's made her. And which is the first girl who I've sort of met who it's got better and better with, because I've had a lot of disasters. Nothing to do with me, obviously. And I've had them end for bizarre reasons, because I've been out with all types of women. I went out with a girl once, not my normal cup of tea. She was really spaced out, man. She was into numerology and astrology. She believed she was a witch. She had energies flowing through her. She could heal people. Do you know why she blew me out? I got a little bit of spunk on her dream catcher. Little tiny bit. Isn't it mad, isn't it? And I nearly blew it at my wife right early doors. Do you want to hear the story? I nearly blew it at my wife in the first year. Ooh, nah, it involves the events of 9/11. Ooh, strap in, strap in. Now, I know 9/11 was a terrible day in human history. Tragic beyond belief. Tragic, tragic, tragic. However, 9/11 did get me out of the doghouse. Hear me out. Hear me out. My wife and I met in the year 2000, fairly late in the year. Like I said, we went off on the little Greek holiday. We had a bit of a deal-breaker moment there when I changed into a pair of Speedos and a bum bag. She said she wobbled. Thank God I'd lost my vest that said posing till closing on it. Iron Apple, 1990. Yeah, we ruled that square. We got back and I sat her down. I said, listen, sister, you're my cup of tea. I said, I think we should put this to the test. I think you should move in. She moved in. I was still a very independent man at that stage in my life, still able to make my own decisions, still able to buy a pair of shoes without sending her a photograph first. That's always a tough moment in the shop, isn't it? The little assistant looks at you. Do you like them, sir? I don't know yet. I'll let you know in a minute. No. I'm having a crisis, apparently. Nobody wears green cowboy boots anymore. Sort yourself out. I said, you might as well know how my life unfolds, sister, and I'll tell you straight off the top. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I go and do the stand-up comedy. I said, but Mondays I go a bit fucking mental, I do. I go proper mental. I said, we have a Monday club, me and the lads. Christ knows how I end up most Mondays. So she said, fair enough, if that's how you live your life. I said, but I'll tell you what, seeing as you just moved in this week, I'll be home this Monday with a nice bottle of wine and a takeaway for you. She said, you are the best thing that ever happened to me. I said, oh no, stop crying. I went out with every intention of going home, every intention of going home. But then I got the flavour, the dreaded flavour! All I had to do was phone him and said, look, I know I'll be home about 7:30. I said that, but that's not going to happen, babe. I've got the flavour. I ain't coming home. I'll make it up to you later in the week. And that would have been the job done. But no, I didn't do that. Because I'm a man, and I'm an arsehole, and I'm a coward. So I phoned her. I said, baby, no, I said I'll be home about 7:30. I reckon we're looking nearer 8:30. She said, all right, but I have got the plates out. And I am hungry. I said, all right, I won't let you down. 8:30 rolled round and I thought, I ain't going home. But I won't phone her and irritate her. In my head, I reinvented her as the most reasonable woman in the world. Sitting there going, oh, 8:30, he's still not in. He must be having a lovely time. Never mind, I'll make myself a sandwich. And I'll make him one and all. And I'll leave him a little note. You had a lovely time, didn't you? You never came home. Here's a sandwich. please feel free to give me a nudge if you fancy a bit of the other. That is not what happened. At about 9 o'clock, my phone went, and the abuse I received was so intense and profound, every other man in the pub could feel it. Men were turning to each other. Someone's getting a coating in here, I can feel it. I don't like it. Someone's getting a coating. Who's him over there? I put my phone back in my pocket. I'd gone rather ashen. My mate looked at me. He said, what's the matter with you? I said, she's gone right the other way. My mate went, Mick, I'm going to tell you something for nothing now. You go running home, the rest of your life will be a misery. All the other divorcees started joining in. I said, oh mate, you're right, get another drink in. When I'm about 1 o'clock in the morning, down I fell on the bed, pissed. She said, is this how it's going to be, living with you? I said, I don't know, it's called a U-shape up, I suppose. Only the way you spoke to me tonight was appalling. I woke up about 7 in the morning. There's some banging and crashing going on outside, if you don't mind me saying. I'm still pissed. I shouted out, keep it down out there. What's the matter with you? Where's your civility? The door slammed and she went to work. I woke up about 1:30. I'm in bits now and hungover, guilty. I had a little look in the mirror at myself. I had a little look in the mirror. Is this it? You want to fuck this one up or not? You want to be on your own the rest of your life? Old man in the park stinking of piss with a little dog. Is that the man you want to be? Well, you're going the right way about it, ain't you, baby? Like a right fucking idiot. Oh, I'm not talking to you anymore. I went and put the kettle on in a crisis, made myself a cup of tea. I slunk down on the settee. I was a broken man, so deep in the doghouse I may never re-emerge. I flicked the telly on. 9/11's kicked off. I thought, ha-ha, there's hope. This will take the edge off of it. This will take the dairy off, as they say. When the second plane went in, I said, Micky, you're out of jail, son. You are out of jail. At the height of the carnage, I called her in work on the phone. I said, hello, babe. All right? You seen what's going on? She said, yeah, we're all watching it on the telly and work. I said, yeah. Puts everything in perspective though, babe, doesn't it, eh? She said, I'm coming home early. Me and you are going to have that bottle of wine and that takeaway. I put the phone down. I was back in the game, wasn't I? Were you out or were you out? It's funny, isn't it? It's a horrible word, isn't it? Slag. No one says it anymore, thank God for that. Slag, people used to say. See her, she's a slag. Some poor cat slept with 3 people. What a slag. It's fantastic that it's been kicked into touch. Women can do what they like now. I was watching a show the other night called Sex Box. Very good show. And there was a very nice young girl on there, and she said to the presenter, I love cock. She said, I like a big cock as well, and I quite like a pounding from a big cock. I thought the world has definitely changed in my time. That's got to be a funny old walk into work in the morning, isn't it? I saw you on the telly last night, Trace. You came across lovely, you did. You came across lovely. Your hair looked nice. Did your mum and dad watch it? Did your mum and dad watch it? Were you out or were you out? Good evening, people of London Town and surrounding areas. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. While the last few people drift in, I'll tell you how the show's going to go, because you've normally got a miserable fucker with you, haven't you? Yeah, there he is. Someone who's been saying all the way here, oh, what time's it start? Oh, what time's it finish? Can you take your drinks in? Can you take your drinks in? For that miserable fucker, this is how the show's going to go. Now, normally at these shows, the main act has a support fella. He comes out at the beginning. He's normally young and trendy and hip. He's got a smart haircut. He goes, hi, hi. You can follow me on Twitter. Hashtag laugh a lot. Does anyone know what that means? People say it to me all the time now. Hashtag this, hashtag that. I'll say apostrophe, fuck off, mate, will you? Drive someone else mad. Now that fella normally does about half an hour, then have an interval, and then the main act comes out. Now I don't do that, I do this bit myself.